Hey guys, Sheer here, coming to you from the Samsung Blogger Lounge with a South by Southwest aficionado, comedian extraordinaire, Fred Armisen. Yes. We have an audience here for you. How does it feel?
I'm an audience for myself.
So you've been to South by Southwest many years. You're a veteran.
Yeah, I was here in 1998 and I had a great time. I loved it.
And so comedy though here has grown in the Fest a lot. How have you seen it change? And like, what are the crowds like here?
Very friendly. People know a lot more, I think, because, obviously because of the internet. So people are much more connected to things that have been happening.
The internet makes you smarter?
I think it does, actually. Because it's reading, and reading is always makes people smarter.
Reading is great.
Yeah.
But you're everywhere online. Portlandia has done so well with connecting with so many audiences. What do you think is the key to the success of that show?
I always attribute it to luck. Just like it's a lucky time for us. We were just very fortunate that it all worked out.
So do you have to do research on Portland hipsters, or does it just come naturally, the content to you?
It's not really even about Portland. It's almost like it's just about the lives that we lead, people like us. And then it's just kind of that. It's just little slices of that kind of life.
So you're saying we have the same type of life?
I would assume so. I would assume we do.
I think so.
I think so, and especially Austin. Austin is so similar to Portland in a lot of ways that it's just about many different cities.
So the Austin and Portland hipsters are very similar. How would you describe the hipsters here?
There's almost no such thing as a hipster. I think it's just grown-ups. I think it's grown-ups who yearn for being 27 again. And that's pretty much all it is. I think it's the equivalent of saying a beatnik in the 60s. It's a sort of gray area.
Do you consider yourself a hipster in real life?
I don't know. I don't usually apply any labels to myself. I would say if I was to apply any labels to myself, it'd be bodybuilder, muscle guy, like a wrestling kind of fighter, sporty, pushy.
You are hiding those abs.
Oh yeah, I'm hiding all the stuff, but like, I could lift that, I could lift that, I could lift that, I could lift that, I could lift those 2 chairs, those 3 chairs, half of that table.
What are your favorite characters?
From Portlandia?
Yeah.
I like doing the feminist bookstore ladies. I think they're really fun to do.
Yeah.
I think they're my favorites.
Now you're also doing another show on IFC. You're doing the voice of Terry in Out There.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
It's kind of like Latino, but hippie Latino, which is something that hasn't been explored that much. So it's just like it's a very optimistic, fun show. And I love doing it. It's been great.
I'm going to be covering South by Southwest music, actually, and I could use, since you are, people might not know, but you're great at interviewing artists.
I'm the best.
You are a music aficionado, a musician yourself. So can you just give me some tips in terms of interviewing and everything?
Always start with a compliment. Like I went to this, mention a show, even if you haven't been to it. I just saw you at this thing, that was great. Ask what their roots are, and what are your roots? That's always really good. Say that this new album, I think it's your best. Even if you don't really think it's the best, say, I think it's, but have that tone. Have that tone of, I think it's your best. Let me hear it.
I think it's your best.
That's great. I would say ask about the other band members, and then ask about any future solo projects, because that makes the artist feel like, whoa, this person's really interested in me. Okay?
Yeah.
So give it a try. But I'm gonna be the artist.
Okay.
All right. The thing about artists, they're very gentle and kind of frail and fragile. So it's kind of like let them take their time. Like, oh, should I do? Okay. And then they kind of they look around for their help and they sort of get on. Okay, so.
Well, I love your latest record.
Thanks.
How's the band doing?
Really good. We're just out on the road and we're just trying to get out there and figure out
what about
and we know that we're gonna probably make it to somewhere good and writing songs. A lot of songs come from the influence of the sky or things around me.
Yeah. Well, what about any solo projects?
Oh wow! Thanks for asking about that. It's yeah, I've been trying to get into the more electronica kind of stuff, so hopefully that'll work out. There you go, so now you're in. And if they speak quietly, which they will, indulge that.
Am I supposed to get closer?
Just pretend like you heard it. Pretend like you heard it.
Well, Fred Armisen, you are amazing. Give it up for
Thank
Fred.
You.